Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing? Let me give y'all a minute to come in, Good morning. We're going to have a good conversation. It's 2023 and some things really need to change. Some things really need to change. So, if you don't know me, my name is Trey Kearney. I'm a certified life and relationship coach. I deal with a lot of women who are healing from the devastation of infidelity and families. I coach men. I'm an advocate for Black men. I speak up for Black men, and I get a lot of backlash from women who don't want to be accountable for their part in the breakdown of relationships. So, today I'm here because so many people always send me information about relationships. When they see things online, they send me information about relationships. I've been bombarded with Diddy this morning. Like, what do you think about this picture of Diddy on a boat with his baby mama, his mother, his daughters? And we all know that he had pictures of his sugar baby. That's what I'm gonna call Carisha, please, whatever her name is, Carisha, Young Miami. They have all these pictures on his yacht. They're all on his yacht together. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit this morning. I only have 15 minutes, which I'm glad because I don't want to stay on here long. And in the comments, put what you think. So if you're a man, if you're a Black man, put in a number 1. And if you're a woman, put in a number 2. I always like to know who my audience is. So let me give my take on what I think about Diddy really quickly. Diddy is a womanizer. This is just my opinion of what's going on. He's a womanizer. He's abusive. He's taking advantage of women and he's abusing his power. What I mean by an abuse, I mean he's abusing his power, his money, and it's not nice. It's really not nice. And everything comes back to you. I see y'all coming and I see the ones and the twos. Everything you do comes back to you, right? What you think, what you say, and what you do is a boomerang that's coming back to you. I want to say that again for anybody that's listening. So, whatever you think that you're getting away with, what you think, what you say, and what you do is a boomerang coming back to you. Welcome to all the new people here. I see you. And I need you to understand, we always talk about, we see Diddy has all this money and he's blessed and all this other stuff. Everything that comes to you is not a blessing, right? God does not bless mess. He could talk all that mess about God is love and I love the Lord, and you're not congruent with what you're saying. You're living the opposite life of what your mouth is saying. So he can say all he wants about God is blessing him. And we do know that the devil rewards. So when you are living outside of what the Bible says, or when you're living outside of being a person of integrity, when you're living outside of being a person with good morals, values, and conduct, God is not blessing you. The devil is rewarding you for disrupting these young ladies' lives. The devil is rewarding you because you're one of his minions. And that's all I'm going to say about Diddy. Because this is not a blessing from God. Okay, so any of y'all that are looking like, well, he not blessed, he's rewarded highly for the disruption and corruption of what he is doing to women. And it will come back to him from the example that he's setting for his daughters. You got your daughters on a boat with the daughter's mother, the older daughter's mother, which was an overlap from back in the day, right? We won't even talk about that because the twins' mother's not here to defend herself. So we won't talk about, she was a blessing. And she probably is not happy where she is with this type of behavior being exposed in front of her children, not only her daughters, but her sons. You got your baby mama on the boat. You got your sugar baby on the boat. You got your mama on the boat. And you got the new baby mama on the boat. So again, Diddy, you way out of line, out of order. You're not blessed, and God should never come out of your mouth. I'm sorry. And I got to say this, all of this God and all of that. I got to say, son, stop, please. You're too old for all of this. But let me say what the real problem is. Let me say what the real problem is right now in society for me. The behavior of us as women. We have set the bar so low that we are selling, they are, and I'm saying we because I'm a woman, but I'm not in a category with them, but I'm using we in the context of women. We are selling our souls for money. Look at these women with Nick Cannon. He got 10 baby mamas and 12 kids. And these women are knowingly sleeping with this man unprotected, one who does not even respect their body, and on top of that, giving him babies. So let me get back to the boat and Diddy, because this is what was in my inbox and y'all asked me to speak about today. These women know exactly what's going on. So I cannot sit here and be mad at Diddy and blame Diddy for all of it. And this is not about blame, this is about accountability. Blame causes guilt, accountability causes growth. These women need to be held accountable for their part. These women need to be held accountable for their part, that they're knowingly sleeping with a man who is doing all of this stuff and they're participating in it. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, what happened to us as women, right? So media is portraying, white media, I should say, and I don't like to really get deep into this stuff because I really don't, but white media is portraying us and putting us out there as strong Black women, right? The woman king. We are the heroes in the Black Panther, all of these movies where women are being put at the top above men. But our real behavior outside of movies and out in these streets is not that of a woman king, is not that of a woman of integrity, is not that of a woman of strength. It is a woman of emotional immaturity. It is women of desperate people do desperate things, because you got to be real desperate to sleep with somebody, have a baby with them, and know that there's a baby overlapping. We have another young lady that is in my inbox that they sent me about the actor. Is his name Lakeith? I don't know these. I really don't be watching TV. I be trying to create content on my platform that is nurturing, nourishing, and not trashy. Because all we're seeing is trash, so we beginning to act like trash. So we got to turn this thing around. But this young lady, I think who's like 24 years old, had a baby with this actor Lakeith, whatever his name. Y'all know who he is, the guy from the movies. I forgot the movies that he's in either. But he just got engaged to a woman. So she came out and said, I'm no longer going to be the secret family. He got a baby that he don't take care of. You gave him a baby. You let this man run up in you raw, and you expect something different for him. You expect him to be a man of integrity. You made a decision, and I have to call the women out and say, we have to make better decisions. You can't be mad at him for going to get engaged to somebody else. He's not married to you, and you're not a secret family. You're a woman that he impregnated, gave a baby to, and can decide how often he wants to see the child. And we have to understand, as women, men don't have to come around. Now, you could go get child support because legally he has to pay his child support. However, he can come around and see that baby once a year. Can't nobody force him to see the child. So we have to make better decisions, and we can't be mad because we chose them. They didn't give us a ring. They didn't give us a commitment. They didn't even show us that they was committed to us. And we lay down, we choose to have babies with them, and then we're mad. It's not them, it's us. Repeat after me, ladies, because I got to teach in 2023. Repeat after me. The behavior of the men is their responsibility. However, they can only do what we allow them to do. So repeat after me. It's not them, it's us. They're never going to change when we're willing to be an option. They're never going to change when we'll give them a baby and they got a wife, a girlfriend. They're never going to change. Because why would they? Why would you change if you could have a wife and a girlfriend and a baby mama and a sugar baby? Why would you change when the women around you are allowing this? Why would you change when you're on a boat, Diddy, with your two baby mamas, your sugar baby, and your mama? Look at the women around him. They're condoning this poor behavior. And we have to say no to our sons. And we can't make our kids do anything, but we don't have to participate in the foolishness. And I'm telling you, nobody would be participating in Diddy's foolishness if Diddy wasn't rich and famous. These women want to be rich. We have to save our young women because they are totally lost. And let me say this too before I go, because I have a client soon and I got to prepare. These platforms out here, I see a lot of platforms with fathers, teaching fathers, and you can't have a platform for men and say we're helping fathers and all the, and then you clap when Diddy posts a baby with an unwed mother, and you post this on your platform where you're trying to help men heal and say congratulate. No, don't say congratulations to him. Hold him accountable. Ask him, why are you having babies out of wedlock with these women and you're on a boat with another woman that's straddling your penis? Why are you saying congratulations on your platform, and you are a platform that is trying to help men heal and get therapy? Why are you saying congratulations to Nick Cannon? I'm not congratulating Nick Cannon, and I'm trying to help men heal. There's no congratulations in this man going around spreading his seed to all of these women without a commitment. There's no congratulations on your platform if you are a healing platform for men and women. You don't congratulate foolishness. You hold them accountable. I'm sitting here looking at these platforms like, and women, stop saying congratulations to Nick Cannon, that's a beautiful baby. And stop saying congratulations to Diddy, that's a beautiful baby. And stop and not look at the situation at hand. This is foolishness. We're not congratulating them. They need to be held accountable. And the women who are doing this need to be held accountable too. You're making them famous. You're patting them on the back for doing something that's just not right. And at the end of the day, guess who has to pay? The children. Children don't care about money. Kids care about time with their parents. Ask me how I know, because I got my own kids who didn't care about money. Look at our millennials. I gotta say this and I gotta go. Look at our millennials. Our millennials are rebelling against us. We are Generation X. Most millennial parents are Generation X, right? And our kids are rebelling against us, right? Because of what we didn't know, right? They're mad. We're gaslighting. We didn't take care of them. All of the stuff, they're rebelling against us simply because we as Generation X parents just did not know any better. We were doing the best that we could do. We gave too much. We didn't have enough, whatever it is. But the millennials are rebelling against the parents, right? Imagine these kids being born now when their mother know that their father had babies all over the place. What you think these kids gonna do? You think the uprise is crazy now? These kids are gonna grow up and be like, what the hell? Why would you do this to me? Nick Cannon came on the platform and said he feels bad because he don't have enough time to spend with his kids. And then in the same breath, on New Year's Eve, Andy Cohen asked him, was he gonna have more kids? Or was he gonna get a vasectomy? He said he don't know. He might have more kids. You just was on a platform basically crying that you don't have time for your kids, and you talking about you're gonna have more kids. The madness ends when we stop applauding, when we stop giving them attention, because these men, I'll tell y'all, I'm an advocate for Black men. These men, Diddy, Puffy, whatever his name is, he's in the middle of an identity crisis. Nick Cannon, these brothers need help. They need help. And us as women giving them babies, us as women clapping for them, us as women pursuing them, us as women, we're not helping them. We're not helping them. We are enablers, and we have to stop the madness if we want better for our daughters. Because the trickle down, baby, is going to be bad for these young women. And I just want to come on here and say, I do not condone Puffy's behavior, but I know that boy, and I'm talking about that boy inside of him, needs some healing. Whatever happened when he was young, he didn't work it out. So it's spilling all over into his adult life. Nick Cannon, that boy inside, needs some healing. Whatever happened when he was younger, whether it was abandonment issues from his mom, his dad, whoever did something to him, wherever he didn't feel validated, He is finding validation and impregnating women. If women didn't like him because he was a skinny boy and nobody, now he's Nick Cannon, the man, so he's womanized, and I got these babies, these women. Oh, we got to get to the root of the problem because this is a problem. And I'm not going to go into 2023 and not speak on it when all these other platforms, these bloggers, y'all can't keep congratulating these men because there's something wrong with y'all. I don't see anything funny or anything to congratulate right now. It's a state of emergency for our women, one. It's a state of emergency for our women that we would allow men to treat us the way that we do and then complain and not have any accountability for the fact that we made a choice. Nobody is forcing anybody to do anything. We have to get to the bottom of this so that the children do not suffer in the end, because that is what is going to happen. So I thank y'all for tuning in. My name is Trey Kearney. I have a network, the New You Nation Network on YouTube. I would love for you to subscribe. We talk about real things, real issues. Accountability is key to growth. Accountability is key to growth. And I'm sick of turning on the TV, which I don't much, because of the filth that is being promoted to us. Because of the filth that people are trying to tell us is normal. That shit's not normal. I'm sorry. Every time you turn on the TV, it's twerking and kissing and degrading and cursing and bottle throwing. This stuff is not normal. We need to be watching content that is teaching us, growing us. And yes, on my platform, I do have fun. Like, I do have a show called Ladies Night In. We do have cocktails and drinks, but we're not fighting each other. We Black women, we like each other. We love each other. We talk about some stuff. We disagree in the conversation, but we ain't fighting with each other because we're trying to teach, learn, grow, guide our young women and our young men. Are you highlighting these people, public figures, because it speaks to a big? And absolutely, this is happening in the hood. We're just seeing it because they're here, but this is happening in our neighborhoods. Women are sleeping with a man because he has money. Over sexualized culture, yes. Over sexualized culture. We have to create. See, I'm solution based, right? If I see a problem, I'm not gonna sit and complain about it. I don't like the content that I see, a lot of the content that I see. So I create my own content for people who don't want to see that content. They can come over to my channel and see content that's healthy, that's nurturing. I have a show called Love Lessons where I interview everyday couples who have been through some things, who have been married, who have gone through some ups, some downs, so that we can see people that look like us, like not celebrity couples. And I have no problem with that, because the celebrity couples, their problems are a lot different than our problems, okay? They don't have to wake up in the morning and try to figure out how they're going to get their roof fixed. So I talk to everyday couples that we can connect with, and the celebrity couples, all of that is good too, but your problems are different than mine, right? We have another show, Men Hurt Too, for the men. I've interviewed over 60 men on there, and they talk about how one man talked about how he lost his virginity at 8 years old from a family member who was babysitting him and his 9-year-old brother, who had sex with them. And he didn't realize he was molested, that he was violated, until he was a grown man and had an 8-year-old of his own. There's so many men out here who have been touched and violated. He thought it was a badge of honor to have sex at 8 or 9 years old, and it affected him. He didn't know, because we don't teach our boys that sex is, your body is sacred too. Nobody should be touching you. But to hear him say this out loud, so many men came on my TikTok page that saw this and said, this happened to me too. We got a Me Too movement where we are crucifying R. Kelly when R. Kelly is part of the Me Too movement. His sister molested him. We got to be real out here. Men hurt too. I have men that talked about how they watched their mother be beat by her boyfriend or their father. One man, his mother was beat by the boyfriend, and when he turned 15 and got big enough and swollen enough to stick up for her, he fought the man, and guess what his mother did? His mother picked the man over him, and he had to leave the home and go live outside of his home. And you know what he did to soothe himself, to self medicate? He started becoming promiscuous and sleeping around with a whole bunch of women. We gotta have these conversations, real conversations, outside of Diddy and Croatia, please, and Nick Cannon. We gotta have these conversations of why these men are behaving this way. And I'm not going to sit around and not have these conversations. I'm going to continue to interview men so other men can feel free to talk about what they need to talk about, to know that they're not alone. Men Hurt Too is another show on my platform. I would love for you to go to my YouTube channel, New You Nation Network, subscribe, and go listen to these men. Don't just subscribe. I don't need you to just subscribe. I need you to go listen to these couples. I need you to go listen to these men. I need you to watch the Woman to Woman show, women over 50 who are dealing with menopause, who are dealing with grief, who are dealing with life, who are dealing with being single for 10 years and you don't know what to do. You're not by yourself. It's time for us to heal. I'm not going to sit out here and say, I want people to heal and I'm a healing agent and I'm going to talk trash and sell my soul. Somebody said, if you had a show on that was a little more risque, or you would have more followers. This is not about followers for me. This is really about a healing journey for people. I know I could come on here and be naked. I know I could come on here and curse. I know I could be jumping on my couch and twerking and have 1 million followers on YouTube. That's not what this is about for me. This is about healing. Hey, Simone, I'll be off by 11, honey. I'll be off in a few minutes. This is about 100% about healing. We got so many platforms where people talk about healing and their platform is trash. You get somebody on your platform, you start to interview them, you start talking about sex and who they sleep. Don't nobody want to hear that. I want to teach people how you heal from the devastation of whatever you've been through. I'm going to take my time. Okay, Simone. Hey, Soul G. Hey, Soul G, I miss you so much. We got to get together. I'll come to the city. I just have to see you and hug your neck. So I just wanted to come on here and say, as a society, this is the best part about this is it. Here's the key. As a human being and individuals, we have to be the best, highest version of ourselves in order for this world to turn around. It is one person at a time. This world has us all messed up. Yes, but we are individuals. Look, I can't see because I don't have my glasses on. Oh, here they are. Let me get my glasses. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't see the comments. Frontier Concepts. You are so right. This world has us all messed up. But we are responsible for ourselves to be the best, highest version of ourselves. We are responsible to go and heal, to be good people. I choose to be a good person every day. I done some stuff. I got here on my platform by way of committing adultery. I cheated on my husband 16 years ago. No, 18 years ago. Golly, I've been on this journey for a long time. I cheated on my husband and it totally destroyed our family. And I refused to let my pain be in vain. That was not who I was. And I was just talking about this to a friend of mine last night. I'm reading this new book. It's called Unbecoming You, right? And in the first chapter, it talked about, the first day it talked about, be it mothers, how mothers affect us, right? And I always ask this question on my platform. I always ask the men, tell me a little bit about your blueprint, your relationship with your mother and father. But let me tell y'all something. I'll crack this book open on January 1, 2023. And the first thing it talked about was relationships with mothers. And I had never really sat down and thought about my relationship with my mother. So right now, this book is it really shook me when I was laying in my bed reading and it asked me, what was your relationship like with your mother and how has it affected you? I'll talk about this another time, but my relationship with my mother was not a good relationship. My mother was a good person and my mother had some issues, but for me to actually sit and think about it, it said, go back to your 7-year-old self. I don't even know about my 7-year-old self. I didn't even realize I didn't have a relationship with my mother until January 1st, when I was reading this book at 11 p.m. And I said, what was my relationship? I love my mother. I have some great memories with my mother, But my mother gave me no guidance. There was no structure, no stability. We moved all the time, and I've never sat in that. So these are the things that I'm trying to teach. It is so detrimental for us to be the best, highest version of ourselves and find out where we have cracks and voids. So we're not out here accepting. Desperate people do desperate things. So we're not out here having babies with Diddy because we don't want that. We want money. We want cars. So we know our value. I am worth more than money. I am worth more than a Louis Vuitton bag. I am worth more than some red bottom boots. I am worth more than any material thing on this planet. I am worth more than a Range Rover. I will not be a prostitute to any man because he has a resource for me. And we have to teach our girls this because they are going down the wrong road for money. They're prostitutes. Our young ladies are prostitutes. When you get paid for a service, when you get compensated with a pocketbook, when you get compensated with a red bottom, when you get compensated with trip, you are being paid for sexual favors. You're a prostitute. I hate to say it, but and if you're okay with that, then you really need some help. Because these people, women will say, well, I'm okay with that. I know where I am. And it's like, baby, you worth more than that. You could get your own purse. You can get your own yacht, your own boat, your own house, your own car. You don't have to sell yourself to some old man. And these men, these old men, we need to get y'all. Anybody got access? I need to interview Diddy. I need to have a real conversation with Diddy, like today. Like, I really need to have a real conversation with him because he really needs a hug, one, and he really needs to have a real conversation, not for me to attack him because that's not my interview style, but to ask him some specific questions. If you go watch Men Hurt Too, all of the men that I interviewed, from every one of them said, I said things that I never even realized that I would say to you, Trey. I was really comfortable, and we all stayed on way longer than we should have because my interviewing them was to learn about them and not to ridicule them and say, no, that didn't happen. No, you didn't. You shouldn't have did that. It was to have a real conversation and just to listen to them. Selling themselves for pennies on a dollar. Yes, I have access to him. You can't beat him. I will not beat him up. I promise. So G, I'm gonna send you the link to my podcast, Men Hurt Too, and you can look at them before you even reach out to him, because I'm trying to learn where the root of the problem is coming from, and I'm trying to teach men that you are valuable. These women don't deserve your penis. I said what I said. These women that would take money from you and use you don't deserve your penis, Puffy. I don't want him to find value in being used because he's finding value in being used for some reason. And I don't want him to. I want him to love himself, honor himself, and respect himself. Somebody asked me, what did I want in a man if I'm dating, right? Because I'm starting to date now. Let me tell y'all something, but I'll share this with y'all on my Patreon page. I signed up to a dating website, but that's a whole other thing because they was asking me some questions about what I wanted in a man because my coach challenged me. We'll talk about that later to do some other stuff, right? So they asked me what I wanted in a man, right? Because a lot of times women, they say, what do you want in a man? I want him to be 6'4". I want him to have a nice body. I want him to have a 6-figure income. I want him to own his own house. I want a man who values himself. I want a man who loves himself and loves his body and knows his worth. And everything else will fall into place for me. Because I don't want to run into another man that does not love himself. I don't want to run into another man that would cheat. I want a man that won't cheat because he will not compromise his integrity, his morals, his values, and his character, that he will say, I'm better than that. Forget about you, Trey. I love myself. I'm not going to cheat. That's not who I am as a person. I will leave your butt sitting where you are first before I compromise my integrity. That's the man I want. A man that values, loves, and respects himself outside of anybody else. I don't care about y'all. I won't do that because I have integrity. I care about what integrity is, doing the right thing when nobody is looking. That's the man I want. We could talk about all the other stuff. Man, filled Holy Spirit. Yeah, yeah, girl. God, yes, God is love. Yes, yeah. That's listen. I have non-negotiables, and we can talk about them later too. But if I have a man of integrity, that means he's going to do the right thing when nobody is looking. That's the first thing at the top of my list. All this other stuff, we could build the business together. We could build the brand together. We can make money together. We could buy a big house together. But if you don't have no integrity, I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't need you. I'm not even trying to play with you. I'm not, no, because I already know what you're capable of if you don't care about yourself. If you don't value yourself, if the content of your character is not intact, nah. Because the reason why I don't do things that I don't do is not because of anybody else. It's because Trey got to be able to look in the mirror at night and in the morning and say, you did good today, girl. You all right. Not because I'm sneaking or I'm not going to do this because I don't want to hurt him. I'm not going to do this because I don't want to hurt myself. I don't know about y'all, but in the Bible, there's a scripture that really shook me so hard one day when I read it. Because sometimes you don't get the Bible till you get older. Like you read scripture, and it said the worst sin is sexual sin because you sin against your own body. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. When I finally read that and got it, I said, oh my God, I'm sinning against my own body. Anybody doing nothing to me? That's me. So ladies, I got to say this. We are a major part of the problem. We don't value, we don't respect ourselves, and we lack integrity. And then we don't want accountability. Somebody say something, oh, she hating. Oh, you just mad because it ain't you. Or that's not true. Or you judging me. I'm not judging you. If it's the truth, it's not judgment. If I say to you, you ain't supposed to be sleeping with that lady husband, that's not judgment, that's truth. I'm not judging you, boo. It's the truth. You know you ain't supposed to be sleeping with that lady husband. Don't do that. And don't tell me I'm judging you or pointing fingers at you. No, I'm holding you accountable for the fact that you're destroying somebody's home. Granted, he is too, but you got a nickel in that quarter. And this is what I'm trying to teach y'all. So please go to my YouTube channel, subscribe to the New You Nation Network YouTube channel, and watch the videos. Don't just go on there and subscribe. That ain't helping nobody. I create content to help people heal, grow, develop, and live their best damn life because you deserve it. I'm living my best life right now. I don't have $1 billion and I don't live in a big house yet. The YouTube is New You Nation Network YouTube channel. New You Nation Network YouTube channel. I don't have everything that I want at this moment, but I live right. I wake up in the morning and I feel good because I ain't doing nothing wrong to nobody. I live a life of integrity. I am so transparent. One of the things people love, they like, you so transparent. I go to your page and see everything about you. Yeah, because I ain't got nothing to hide no more. You're only as sick as your secrets. You're only as sick as your secrets. Tattoos are a sin also. You could throw stones all you want. I got these tattoos years and years ago. And when I learned the word and I learned some things, I made some different decisions. People always want to come on. They always want to have something to say to counteract or contradict what you're saying. I know who I am in Jesus Christ. So don't come over here with none of that. Go to somebody else's stream and go do that stuff over there. This is a learning, loving stream over here. So I love y'all. I got to go because I should have been off of here. And if you want to follow, friend, and like me, I'm Trey Kearney on all platforms. TrayKearney. TrayKearney. My YouTube channel is New You Nation Network. New NEWUYOU Nation NATION Network YouTube channel. And I thank everybody who has subscribed to my YouTube channel. You guys are the best. I love y'all. And again, if you have a man that you would like me to interview that you think should be interviewed on Men Hurt Too, please shoot me an email. My email is trey@treykearney.com, or you can go to my website, www. You guessed it, TreyKearney.com. I am all things Trey Kearney. If you want to get in touch with me for coaching, just go to my website. Everything about me is there. You can learn about me, my journey, all of that, and you can reach out to me from there. And if you forgot anything, all you got to do is Google my name and I will pop up. So I love y'all. Gotta go. Remember what I tell you at the end of all my broadcasts. You deserve the best. Yes, I'm talking to you. You deserve the best. Now go get it. Peace and blessings. I love y'all, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe and tell a friend to tell a friend, because sharing is caring. Love on the Black men in your life. They need us. They really, really need us. Love